Yeah, I'm good. What side? I'm here. Here. You okay? That's cool. So you're also here?
Ah? Ah. Okay.
Sabi ko naman.
Ah. Okay. Ah, ah, ah. All right. No, no muero de silence, me borro Ah, muero de silence, me borro, Hola. Habla porque somos de Aisyah. Dia lah mai ko jin lah. Non manca di mo la mia video, quindi una cosa completa. Claro, quieren, vamos a poco. Ah, lo tenemos. ရဆောင်တယ်
to start.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Gambia. Good afternoon, our fellow MPP citizens. Welcome to the first press conference in Team Gitteh'S for the forthcoming chairmanship elections, dated the 17th of March 2023. Before we start this, we will want us to have our individual prayers, and of course, we would like the media to introduce themselves before we have our press conference started. First, we want to thank our surrogates who were with us during the hard and trying times. Of course, as you all know, Gitteh'S announced his intention to contest for the first coming chairmanship almost last year. We wanted to contest under the placard of NPP. Of course, we all know, as democracy dictates, if one or two people wanted to contest, we have to go on the primaries. On the 8th of March, we went for a primaries that we recognize as the only official primaries. For us, we won the primaries, and we were denied. On the 14th, we went to answer the calls of the key NPP members or the executive on the NPP. For us, we have to have dialogue, and they give us our victory. Unfortunately, that it was the opposite. Today, you will hear from us, of course, from our aspirant, Ahmed Gitteh, how things unfolded, and our way forward, and our stand. Ahmed, the floor is all yours.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Fellow Gambians, fellow West Coastians, brothers and sisters here present, gentlemen and ladies of the press, great colleagues of Team Gitteh'S here present, I would like to specifically acknowledge the presence of our mother, Mbamusu, who has been with us for a very long time, from the inception of our declaration of our intent to seek for the office of chairmanship of Brikama Area Council. My name is Ahmed Gitteh, for the records. I was born in Basori, Congo East, and raised in Kitty, Congo Central, now Brikama South constituency. I'm a Gambian citizen. I'm a West Coastian, a very proud West Coastian. As you all are aware, A nation is only built, a society and a community are only built by those that are willing and are selfless, by those who are willing to give their utmost best to society, as it was aptly put by one of the greatest leaders of the United States of America, John F. Kennedy. Ask yourself what you can do for your country and not what your country can do for you. As you are aware, once again, West Coast region is one of the 8 administrative regions of this country, and it is governed locally, and this local government steers the affairs of the people of West Coast. For the longest time, however, there has been a lot of underdevelopment. There has been a lot of difficulties that were impossible to overcome. Factors responsible, of course, are many. As a young man who was brought up here, who was born and raised in West Coast, to very poor parents, farmers to be precise. My mom was a gardener, like most of your mothers. My dad was a farmer, like most of your parents. We practice subsistence farming to feed ourselves and to take care of some other basic needs. And these farmers have a lot of difficulties, go through a lot of problems that under normal circumstances would have been able to be taken care of by our local authorities. Today, you all are aware that I am among very many young people who believe in this country, who believe that this country's well-being, this country's development, this country's progress can only be performed by young people like you and I. And for this reason, I believe after being educated by the taxpayers' money abroad, it is my responsibility to come back to this country and participate in nation building. 8 score months ago, I have decided, after an extensive consultation with members of various communities, that we want to seek for the mandate of our people to lead the local government of the biggest, the most populated, and the richest region in the interest of serving our people. Having declared that, of course you all are aware that I am partisan. I belong to a political party that I formed with many great colleagues, many senior brothers, and many other people with, I would believe, I have similar ideologies with in terms of national development, and that is the National People's Party. We formed it and I intended to run on the ticket of the National People's Party. Of course, this was received with a lot of jubilation from both those upstairs or those up there, and of course those at the grassroots level. Of course, until we have decided that there are other candidates and that we have to go through a democratic process to pick a candidate. You are aware that National People's Party, like other political parties, went to primaries across the country to pick their candidates for the forthcoming local government elections. I was one of the aspiring candidates for West Coast region. We contested, I won the elections, I was denied the victory. I challenged with utmost respect, putting forward every tangible reason before the entire world through great members of the press. But it appeared as if those challenges fell on deaf ear. And you know more than I do that a second so-called election or primary was conducted, a primary where a candidate who said he was not part of it, and by law, if you don't want to contest in a competition, your box or your image should not be, anywhere near that competition. Yet they went ahead and put my box there against my will, against the will of every genuine Gambian. And now they've decided that someone else won an election. I believe, and I know millions of people out there equally believe that I won that election fair and square. And not only did I win that election fair and square, but I'm equally a better candidate when it comes to representing that party. But with all that, we're denied. We are here, and our purpose of this conference is very easy. We have gone back to our people to consult again with them, and as you know, we are servants of the people, and it was the people of West Coast, particularly the young people, who believe that the young have to participate in politics, because it's about time we realized that we cannot leave matters of ours in the that will wrong us and will not be there to account for the wrongs they have done should they be needed. And after this consultation, it has been agreed unanimously and of course extensively by Gambian culture or religion that my victory was stolen and that they want me to seek for the mandate from the people directly. And we've come today to announce to all of you happily and very comfortably that we are indeed participating in this election. We're going to contest, we're going solo, and we believe Gambians from all spectrum of life, from all walks of life, from every section of our society believe that we have this right and that we should seek for this mandate from our people. So ladies and gentlemen, we hereby announce to all of you that Ahmed Gitteh is contesting for the chairmanship of Brikama Area Council that is slated to take place in May of this year. We are grateful that you've come to answer to us, especially members of the press. Fridays are very tight days. Calls were, coming from all angles, from all corners of the world to give us encouragement. And we believe that this is the best we can do for our people. People that educated us, people that sent us overseas to go and get the best of education. We owe it to the people of the Gambia, particularly the people of West Coast. And we thank you, members of the press. I'm going to say this in Mandinka very briefly, and we will have somebody who will speak very briefly in Fula, and we'll have somebody that will speak very briefly in Jola, and then I'm sure the MC, Master of Ceremony, would then allow the media houses to ask their questions. Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. Badin Gambian Kolu, Badin West Coast Kolu, Birkama, Kumandam Marabango Molu, Kabokalaji, Foni, Kadafo, Senegambia, Hotelodo, Katon, Sukuta Bunju, Kombokiti, Basori, Nalbe Kondo, Falbe Gambia Banko Kanjam, Falbe Banda. Alia Kalam Daleko, funding Kea, and irresponsibility Jamalena. Bankola Doko, Bankola Nyatota, Bankola Cairo Bokatano funding Kelko. Momo Muslim Modifang, Yewolone, Dina Mol Kabul, and a Bimoli funding Kemal. Adu funding Keolumi Alongo, Ndebe on the con. Majero Kelokon na Banco side. Wato sida lagu kana tu kebal damma budu yenna bankola fannal taring ye nyaton kaya bayring nin tinyaro kete o kebal bulu sinya jama janni wato kasi moli murun kan ka foye ko aliye nin tinyaro ka katare fata walla I hakilol famol fe balol ba kebaya kam bare nimmo be fondin ke yato a participer banku do ko na tinyaro ke a tiñaro niñinin kar waɗo sida adamaya miroto a mario ka tarajel ntolna gambia bankole en ki e kongada kara dada kara wala ganna londo sodo alhamdulillah bari yanki min kama wolem nge iki kodo minna ntolu senelalu nañolu nim baba ñol ka do kundimol min ke ka namol jo wo kodo yewleta yanki mata karawa bari ya ganyu dalilore kama ni karande pareta nak isina yana ye bulo kafu banku do ko nde ahmad nandanku walla laftanala pour kana west coast buluta dame ngana nga palaso nyini mimu Brikama area council mansa kunda rengo palaso nyaton kodi pour nga do ko ke ngamol la baloni nga yirwandi ngela alhalol fali londi ndingola anin hamomi yalon ko ngaso bari nak lafto kala nim parti ole to yala parti o mi yalon gon denga ole lo ni mol kafta nyoma mo jamal ma parti ole kafo mi ko National People's Party nana nyim bango kam bari jannin kana ngani kibaro di nteri jamala anin alfalu ni be parti kile mo jama kontanta pola ya foko ibe lolam fe bayra alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ijigita nyinna ko nzenyim palaso nyi samara no bari aliyaje nata mo jama ko dem fana lafta palaso nyinna ko demokrasi ya ko nyame e ko nyako alngata ndam mangol yeta nga carte fay mbadi ngol ndam mangol tema badi mbo nimmin gagné dawdo zeda mario ta ne tambe ku jama keda jannin carte fay kasi mo jama ya kalam bari nak ndada carte fay la ngagné bari alfalu min bije i balantan na gagné wala ko man gagné ko man gagné mfana balantan ko gagné dala ne challenge bari gagné min foten atul be yalo le dunia be le yaji bari nak sembo ten na pour ka forcer to busila nkajada ko dege yam kumandi ko ngatan dangu min talata tambila ndada kan dangu ko ngada carte fo la ko ndada carte fo mo buka gagné carte feuille la iko ko aleta carte feuille commencé côté o manque silo luwani na mo bari bidu ndenganda bondi je bari forcé o kono sembo kan again ngonda de carte feuille adu luwa to nimmo ma da bula carte feuille o mala nyandoldi ikana la keso wala la natalo ke ya da bula de carte feuille bari adama dimu bele nyando so banko la luwa ko imal la fi minna wo manya na lale kam nganda bondi carte fawdo bari na parti o mol mi yalo gonde ngamira tonya molle mo motili ndingol lelu inata na ye keso tika mi yalo ko yendela natalo kije natalo min koy ko alkana kije ibalanda ilota yenna keso londi ya londi pareda e koy carte fawdo ke bar carte fawdo nyindo e konde man gagné e ko modole gagné bitu murundan na mol kan min yalon ko kabirin lafta ka nyim palaso nyine ni wollel kacata banko dulal to tarim dunia be ya foko min ketela amanke siloti ani muslima ya manta ani christian ya manta ani ada kendo manta adum anin na banko la luwal manta sembo doron nem anin tilimbalia wala kedaje adum mo kende de la filawa inata ñim foñe kon to laftale yen na ñim palaso ya ñinin bari hani la parti o yeta mandi ngol kam en ko jiyo la bandula mu jungole ko dot the end result min yalon ko wollel be mo tombon na mimbe ñim palaso marala wolon dolti foy tata nim parti o la bang foy man tanim parti o la bang tollel ka carte o fay dolle ka mol kije wodon tol lafta e la pour yena ifana ye dabula ñinño sabodo ñim palaso ñi woto ngandangu o molla kuola natal kumandi jang kay tanda la ko ahmad dita na la kafo molu kamben dale ngandangu molla la kafo e ko ntolu be ñim palaso ñini nale pare kala mbidam famoye be lolam famoye adum gambia din kendo bela e makoy ron sulatala adum mbe lola la ka birkama area council la nyindula nyinin bayrin ndol ngamin je wala munyim banko mol wala west coast banko dingolu na alfalu kela batu balwol betandi kela alhalol yirwandi naka do ko la fannala bank marseol la fannala bank dindimol la karambu ndola fannala bank silo la fannala bank e anim fenjama environment dandamol la ñil beemu kuuti mi yalon ko hani loptani ndimol la fannala health center ndol ñil beemu fennade mi yalon ko ngaaje ko ñantale man da dum man sakunda rimol la maralo to isaje mol la nafamu minti sa sambayna mol la riwa mu minti sa sambayna wala mun to langani yoti momorandi e kuken na minni silo manta ngawtu alala gulu ani wo mul amantora felen nadal kan mbe diamulale dunia karo bela through members of the press mbal tendula atol min fanal be sirin jam alla na kan arjumo ka dede baake mo jamale benu lafrin kana bari jumo dede ta yo gambianol fana alhamdulillah wato do ka tarde kana mol binaka bari nga mo be tendu minu bi jam ka faye ko ahmad gide be lola famoyle abe birkama area council chairman sip ngini lale 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒎𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏 atol min be jiberola fo janninding journalist be ñinin karami jabir kata solo ngal tendumal jay wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you so very much, our chairman. I think it is loud and clear to the entire world, to the Gambians, that Team Ahmed Gitteh is going independent. What we're going to do now, because what we realized, most of the electorates were misled, because what we were, the language that we were using was all along in English. We want to translate all these languages into either Mandinka, Fula, and Wolof. And we have our Jola guy, Honorable King. We want you to translate every bit of thing here that is said in Jola. Can you please help us?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ñom de sa ko kana tu kami dede di sa ko kana tu kami dede West Coast di sa ko ban di senu ku juma fanu lu ngami ja digay ja woli ko gel team Gitteh Ahmed Gitteh de olla ati West Coast olla ati Brikama South day se sen kam kamanga kan kanomi kom koko mi banga place de Brikama Area Council chairman day sendi parti ala ende pullo mi ko National People's Party MPP madi ko amamma man ko ngaro mbi akan candidate oli de bu election yam de bile yati chairman baranda nanda safe ma ban parti yoli wande rek mi yoyano mi dem kanka jubo ko safe mu be jow election yolu keyo yang program primaries so Ahmed Gitteh d'accord ma jow na ndari mi bo on the 8 ko kana yo nan fulenga paquet na fu baji fu tok di kulay ko feej nako kami primaries yakliya nako kami Ahmed Gitteh wa kati ko tu bana nakati mi di kone o wanda kati mi unde ulegen di kreala di bungayo man ko ne kulan on the 14 man ko la ko kam primaries yake bare wol du se madi ko primary secretary ulle du kan parce que first primary du kan ulu kade ko tu ul bajewo man ko seli bi créer mbu jogo bana duri mi bo ku sentuli di kone ay apalo o kato bare ulu d'accord tiyo mo kan jad dum ko kan tu man ko bimbi ko jam fujuma fawlo ngami nya fujuma fawlo ngami kaysen tade ka commencé kallaji katon jomande pour fudu tout kana san kon dere di West Coast kana san kon dere Brikama South kana san kon dere Brikama North sani mentri all yundum bu sumbala jomande bu foyi tout olum kaysen bu kana madi ko Ahmed Gitteh de adunjum ban election am de bile pour ko dejo solo pour dejo independent o be kan independent candidate woto kay sama ko tout pour ma kam ko ndere ba ten jakum ji jam ko mbi di mañ ma di ko Ahmed Gitteh da junjum o bebil anyol la di juma manu rambe na mana gay manande mananga place oyu ka do nga ja place oyu o bu karambe bu kana kan no mañ mi ku sola karambe bu dige ja West Coast la wa fo jube o dere bare olamba chama wan ko rege mi endai tax o chama ja bana chairman amito dibu kana kola kulanyu leri dandai tax akila to chama mi in a form of development but Ahmed Gitteh ajalo jadi si program sola ajalo jadi en karambe ka juboy ka to Gambia we masa kundala yoy bonyo majo ma dem golul may ma kara akara ngaleñu banda leñu na kara ma banda leñu nyana dalalo nda wanda karami woda mangi payse mbaram min bukana kadi Gambia dara min kara kadi West Coast wodo jafuti ma fokila du ngare jaar bi kayse mo kana tuumati ko ama jide na pare be jum ban bula tu mi te kana mi te rambeno mana wi inshallah.
We thank you also very much, and we just want to acknowledge the presence of Team Gitteh'S, the lions behind this move. We have Honorable 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒎𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and we have Bunjatu Jada, we have S.D. Sow, and Honorable San, and Bamus. Our aspirant has said everything. He quoted John F. Kennedy. I just want to compliment. John F. Kennedy in 1960, he said, "A country whose young men and women are in constant rate of slumber will never realize our potentials." I believe it is high time, especially the people of the schools. It is high time for the youths. It is high time for average electorates in West Coast region to participate in politics. How do we do that? It is to take out the ownership. This gentleman here, in his prime time, around the upper basics, he was sponsored by Brikama Area Council. He said it, that he was not sent to go and learn and to stay. That is what we refer to as brain drain. We have seen a lot of people, a lot of elites who are staying outside the Gambia, in UN, you name them, serving the international war. Ahmed said, no, I have to come back at my youthful state and serve my country. And where are we starting from? West Coast region. Ahmed did that. Musibe halplar on calminama on jurama on manama on mantama. Ɗum woni team Ahmed Gitteh. Ahmed Gitteh o wi mbo ƴifna ko wiyete basor o nayi kombo kidi ko politicien noon ko gila ko suka ko gardiɗo gila ko suka ganduɓe Ahmed Gitteh ɓe gandi wondema o ko garɗol tan ko gila Jdhs primary school Jdhs upper basic e Nusrat Senior secondary school o yahi Canada o arti o wi mo faala place ko ganantuma woni chairman Brikama Area Council ko faalano noon woni ɗaɓɓude he o place nder ticket NPP par ce que mbo gemi mbo hooli wonde NPP ko kamen darni NPP. Ahmed Gitteh wi si taw a konti yimɓe jowo hande nder NPP, si taw a yi konti nder yimɓe jowo darnuɓe NPP, sa kontani mo nawa jogoɓo ko kanko. Nden noon o wawa yaade darade dula goɗɗo si taw wona NPP. O fuɗɗori noon darade nder NPP, o ɗaɓɓi place o he inde NPP. Allah waɗi noon NPP is a democratic party. Wonde tawi yimɓe jeegoɓe poti ɗaɓɓude o place tawti kanko Ahmed Gitteh. Min jeehi ko angal wiyata ko primaries. Minen noon min gemi wonde primaries o ko min gañiɓe primaries o. Par ce que min kemno délégué ti 81 capanɗe jeetati he goho délégué ti sa hawrini délégué ti fof ɓe keeɓi capanɗe joyi, Ahmed Gitteh heeɓi capantati he goho. Ɗum ɗon in simple majority Ahmed Gitteh wonde élection. Min o wi kam noon mo gemi wonde si taw a wini elections a noddetake kadi mbiyeɗa yo darto kadi elections. No two elections can go when you already won the first elections. O wi o jaɓata ɗum te min jaɓani. NPP noon ɓe jeehi ɓe mbaɗi primaries goɗɗo pour ƴeftude candidate maɓɓe. Ahmed Gitteh holliri wonde kanko o tawaka he on primaries te yo o totde natal makko he ballot box makko. ɓe cali ɗum woni gardiɓe NPP ɓe cali. Joni noon komin kollata jama o wonde wana NPP ferro karta ko jama o ferro karta ko musidɓe wonɓe nder West Coast kamen ɓe ferro kamen darta ɓuranɗoɓe moɓe kooli ɓe gardinamo nder tundu West Coast nden noon o holla jama o fof mo daro e mo sohli carte ji mon mo daro independent hada assalamu aleykum Mbamusum, I think you have to come and address the public. Thank you. In Mandinga.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين nga seetaani bay nga ala tembi nga annabi jay mu kontaan tabaake pour ka si jambi nim banko mo ni yam folo ndeti mo mo lo kontona fulan jang onde mo lo kontona min yaan ko ila haajol bulay na ke de sirin jang inata pour fela moy kaaje kuma kangol la min yaan ko be bulan nan tite dal andu ngamira ko koyta mo be la janne mo bi jang ngate ko ngaje journalist on ngal jete ko ngal jey akata nyanni ku ya bati anim bala fa bati anim malo nin nata pati la karola nin kata NPP niya je nganyim fo dalilo benna la dalilo mi yatinna dalilo mi yano ko dalilo ko lan fer min keta on di etti no nan daga gamere manya min keta je ayem malu ayem niya kuya ayem bala fa pati la karola folo de Gambia no lini kala kabirin adam barona ta campaign ko na dunta carte fayo ko na ni ya jamme aya jamme wi ya jamme manson iko mamurun pulo do fo murun talba fo mamuru mune yatinna Gambia no election o win al kamurun ko taka al ko ngamurun ngata carte fayo fo mo to nyaale ko tilimbal yalla ko tilimo lomba ngap Gambia non ni ko Gambia fondi kel ali wura ali 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒎𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏 ali dum politiko kono ali banko mara especially na West Coast be ko ma bakele ni ajibe ni duta West Coast ni duta jay bota jay 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒎𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏 yana murna West Coast be develop la nyaadile nimmal la fika molta min yalon ko wollom do ko laaji wolle pareta pour ko West Coast tiddo ko Gambia no alinga kunin politiko kono sembo mi yata yala Ahmed jite kan kala wino nakan wahidun ala wala sembo soto katambi wo mariel ni la fero ni la sembo de fondinke ya fola ako area council karamo juate ya tata karamo ako ay nin karanga se sino je na mo jamaadi je tata karamo le tuta nanje man na muruna ate nyinga ni soto ko bayri mas sakundale en kin tata karamo because area council is part of government wolle ya ki tata karamo ako batu murun ko te ngamurun na banko ka ngata na banko do ku iko wote kela ila futa mun la banko la nyaata ta fo ko mata ko yesina kenna na ko masabanjang inni momi yes kun ko la selose aliye mubata ko jambe nyankari na jaga selose aliase mandi kol ka fole ni tandabo aliye tandabo te fa nunkuta aliya la mano sar safra kal bina mano sar le ko hani man te bulale la mano sarija itata mo cikana mi yalon ko ya abalo be kamala bala hanani fama mankiliya fa amin senala mankiliya ikayete na yana mano tija to nyale do to ba ko to nyata NPP ko abe dadala le ban ko abe tinyala le ban ko NPP il leftale katanya to ban fo iman la fi katanya to ba mbaje la ni silola funding kelu Gambia funding kelu response funding kelu alla du no fele de katu ngajele hani private bla mini bije ngajele ni la ejele abe nyami fo funding kelu albe politiko bla la tinya fo funding kelu albe west coast bla la tinya funding kelu fa de Gambia bla la tinya alla do ko ba du do nte maluta bake kabiri nyuko botala bari because he who laugh last laugh the best. He who laugh last laugh the best. Ahmed Gitteh, you are going to laugh the best. Kuwanyakan, anin tinokan, anin lamnokan. Momi yalon ko fenta bulo kon akomba nga bayol min fuarol makoy na jola nkadi bayol la ne karamunto dinol gondi jam min yalon ko Ahmed Gitteh ne ke sponsor ni wol gondi jam ngandira wol fana nga futa nyawnya bala fado yata nyawnya yalon nako mole kan tol sponsor mi yalon ko ma ni wo mari capitalo la area council chairman si ato nimmi selo se ama fala linke minister ama fala linke director ama fala linke ambassador ako ali ning area council man sakundare wo dinna ngana de ngado ko ke iko hani ila fta monela sani nadia mo manta jam fala sio meta mimbi je wolom Ahmed Gitteh mbalo ndile independent kani la mata aldo wani ka ga da sai ka kai Allah kula da ko ta ki na men tarla jelo foro do ronne foro fulale ka den yo mo wo foro fulol mini den ta yewu ibe lole la wo foro yala ka ye Gambia ko ninkel fo mo jang ka mo jangayandi ye west coast ka mo jangayandi nakumo be dan wasa
Thank you. For the young people, one thing I know, 60% of this country is youthful. We always say this. And most of the politicians, when they come, their major agendas will be youth and women participation in politics. Now we have a youth like us. Mandingol ko mangrap walang kuday ka punyali. Ita kudan don na ilang kudan si. This is a young person. If you want to bring youth on board, the young person himself is here, presenting himself for you. This brought us to the end of the press conference. We're going to allow questions and answers. Questions and answers from the media. But first, please, if you want to ask a question, your name and the media house that you are representing. Yes.
Sorry. You want to say something? Oh, no.
Okay, Ahmed Mullah Monti, Ahmed about 2016 Canada. Now made about 2016 Canada. No. About 2021. Now we don't mind again. We told the NPP law. I have a green buna. We told the Democratic Party na song to NPP law. So when they get NPP law, some of them be there. Kabana Adam Barola, be able to blood. I'm a former blood. So all been the Yamukono, the Mantasilola, yeah, baro bay parti kono biri baro bay UDP ko nabe na ko Ahmed bolo kono fa mu ñoo mo zaman o gol bu ka findi bi dal baagi mol ma mol la baagi bu jama ko parti so wala keda ko di me ana manta silo wala NPP lo men ko UDP ko so ba sa ni nga jofa na ko be mel lo men ko NPP ko si fa dina ke kanje ko tek nyanta ju yo ko sa ko ni ke mo men para parti ko Ahmed ñaan kabring be ya jam kele gam kadi persi banja 2016 on a fait 2021 mo be yo dere kana so on kana so me UDP tinya me UDP fondi ni president si on kana du ngeen fi ko ko ñala de dia kan ko ñala de dia ni nem ko ñala you understand so sa lon fana ko fine ite bu padi ñala ko adam boro padi ñala ko bari ko be do ko ka NPP ni ko man tra ko mo yimbe je kana son imanya na son na mis ko men suru no kana su ko dun NPP ko no ko imanya son na so wala na bi so na ba ni ko ya was being Angela 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 Ahmed ya win 31 ndo petition and kay because mu ne handpick kan yi dol samana to nga ma dia kan yi dol samana fine bis ka solo mo be ka mistake ko amari yalla bi ko rectifier ay mistake ko solo ya mo ko ba halma dim ko tambi won ya sa bari ñenta me jibe et puis bi manke baro kunda amanke jide kunda amanke baro kunda ko kunda kunda na patio la an patio fi jom la so parce que fon ni jom daña parce que de jama bi yara solo kan solo ak bi def jama fana so ni non ni ko wala jibe ka patio la fi jom mo di buga e de dama la ko studio so because comme de nga fa do ben kap do ko wona be bon di ya sa ko ni NPP na do ba ni nga NPP bi da ka nyama sa enten amon nyaaw wala amon nyaaw so ani bi mambo je la ko president balwa ni mon clair ko dol belalo na del si bagna la fa banko le fitul la fa ni cel fa na bi jam ya la to banko le fitul wan dol belo kafuda nga NPP lo bi nga jawa ndo ben ndane projet nga NPP lo ya sa bi ko keta on na ran la sa ko dañe 2021 so la to wala continue na de projet do ta do na patriot dem for rede ndenga jël ANC still existe in South Africa Mandela nata bodo dol nata bodo amake ko ni di daw di nata c'est perfect like Mandela no azuma jere ya samba kiti la kiti la you understand but the ANC is still there they still produce leaders for South Africa lafta wala na NPP kon ngaje NPP kada nyame dol bina ke lafta ti nyala so na leadership should be very very careful they careful about ya mo man dia they careful la jube na pati fi tolam fi yo pati yo ni dinu la be ko be la foto na foto be la bon so Ahmed fon ni jele anda ko digo no apare da kama apare do ko West Coast da la sana so mbari mo ko ban dem sini West Coast so Ahmed fele West Coast ko di magge ku di o wat ko amon lo NPP nyaala NPP do wala kala do independent bu ko West Coast bon so be mo be dan le control be mo be control na kala executive mo men be so mo be control ba tan le fana ko be mo be
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. One question at a time, please. Let's set the rule. Your name, the media house that you are representing, and please let the question be brief. Please, yes.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 and I'm from 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 TV. Well, my question is, we've seen since you actually come out in the public and inform the general public you're going to vie for the position of chairman in West Coast region. A lot of people within and outside of the National People's Party welcome the news. But then again, we've seen during your primaries, you were actually not chosen as a candidate. And other people are saying it's because of the issue that you had with the first lady. What is your take on MPP choosing someone who actually recently joined their party instead of someone who actually fought for the party?
Thank you very much. My sister from Gambia Talents TV. We've cross paths at very many political activities since 2021 run-up to the presidential election. Was I not chosen because of my issue with the First Lady? I don't think so. I don't know. Nobody communicated that to me. I don't know. But I know that the people of West Coast, those that were in charge of selection, selected me. And the judges that were supposed to judge fairly and justly denied me a win. So I believe I am still the winner. I'm the one that West Coast people elected to represent them. So, thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Ba?
Thank you. Yeah, our Wolof translator wasn't here.
But
We apologize for.
yeah, in English, right? Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
Okay. My name is 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒆. I am from the 𝒂𝒂 network. So I will ask two questions, but they will be joined, please. Please, sir. Just excuse me. Yeah. So the first one is you've just confirmed that you are going as an independent candidate.
Yes.
Not only going as an independent candidate, but you are going against NPP, the party you said you are part of the founding members. How does this feel, being a founding member of a party and now going against that party? That's the first question. The second one is, did you resign from NPP?
Let me answer the last one. That is the easiest one. Did I resign from NPP? No.
Okay.
I did not. I saw a message circulating, and I also saw a particular media house, posted my resignation from the party. I know it's very tense and all of that, but sensational journalism, should not actually overcome our great aspiring young journalists. There is this fundamental principle of journalism, verifying from the other side to the story, independent verification. If not, I don't know where that message comes from. I am MPP, and I will be NPP until perhaps the day they will expel me. How do I feel going independent when I'm a founding member of the party? There is an injustice. If you have a child that you give birth to and love so much, and the child misbehaves, sometimes you physically deal with the child. That's not because you hate the child, but you want a correction for the child. The child might suffer physical pain. Sometimes the child might actually get hurt in the process. The child will heal later, but the objective is to correct the bad and unruly behavior of the child. I believe NPP, 90% is in agreement with me. Yes. Less than 10% of NPP is going with the decision of those that conducted the primaries. They handpick an individual at their own will, but this is not the will of the majority. And I believe going independent is giving those aggrieved party members that I worked so hard with to build this party to find a place to express their dissatisfaction and their disagreement with the leaders of the party. So we are very independent, and this will create an avenue for NPP to come and we win the elections and move on as NPP. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes.
And you can ask, apart from ask any language. We will try at our best to.
Anyway, I am parliamentary from the LSTV.
Yes.
I equally want to have two questions, but also I'm going to fuse them together. My first question is, Mr. Gitteh, you've just made an announcement that you're going to run solo as an independent candidate.
Yes.
And you must be aware of the financial challenges running as an independent candidate. How are you going to gather those fundings for the campaign? The second question that I want to ask is, we've had a lot of unconfirmed stories on social media that Team Gitteh have threatened to release some nude photos and videos of some of the ministers of the current President Barrow's administration. How realistic is this? And have you also come across this? If yes, how are you going to react to this?
First question about financial challenges. Of course, politics is expensive and it requires a lot of resources. And of course, we'll be reaching out to everybody. This is a people's movement. And we'll reach out to our mothers, our friends, including you, $5, $10, whatever amount you can to move on. But the most important thing about this is that it is the people's will that is bringing me here. So we need finances, but it's not going to be the primary factor to determine this election. People will sit in their houses. When time comes for them to go and vote, we believe they are going to vote for us because they believe in us. And for us, the end result is what matters. The election day, when people will go to their polls willing and understanding that here is a young man who is not only treated unjustly, but here is a young man who loves his country, who loves his people, and is willing to give his utmost best to elevate, to better the conditions of our people. So that's the first question. Second question, whatever you talk about, I'm not aware. Nude photos of people. I'm a Muslim. I'm brought up from an Islamic family. And let me tell you that personally, even when I was very active in media, so many nude photos of so many great men and women in our society were sent to me. But I've made to every single individual that sent those nude photos that anybody that sent this to me, La'natullah alayh, may Allah curse you for sending somebody's private part to me. I am not a type that does that, and my people are not the kind of people who do such things. I'm sure if they want to, of course there may be people who receive them, but distributing them, if we are such people, those nude photos would have been out. And I don't think any of us, genuine Christians and Muslims and well-mannered, cultured people from very good families will do that. We are not into that. Those are distractions. We are focused on fixing the problems of our people. And that's why we are our people.
Yes, your name?
Yes, thank you so much. My name is 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 of Teranga FM. Mr. Gitteh, shortly after this press conference, I am sure the executives of the NPP are watching, probably even the president. After this press conference, if you are invited by President Barrow, they are the ruling party, they can offer you a job, they can give you any position, just to ensure that you don't contest against them. How will you react to that? Because a lot of people believe that you can be invited by Barrow. Already I have seen on confirmed news that you can be offered the admin secretary of NPP.
Thank you very much for that question. First and foremost, like I said, I'm a founding member of this party. Nobody is unaware or is, let's say, in darkness when it comes to my contribution to electing Barrow in 2021. I don't think there is any Gambian who has interest in politics and that individual is not aware, especially in West Coast, about my contribution. We won the elections in December of 2021. It's 1 year, 3 months. It's 2023, March. If Barrow is interested, or if this government is genuinely interested in inviting Gitteh to contribute to the well-being of this country, to the development through a position, Why would they have to wait until this scenario happens? How many people did President Barrow employ directly or indirectly since we won the election? Hundreds. You wouldn't say all those people are more qualified than me. You wouldn't say all those people are more loyal to him than me. You didn't say all those people did more than me in terms of bringing him to power. Why did they wait until today? And the second thing is, it's not job that brought me to this country. I have a job with Canadian government, a country that is 100 times better than Gambia. And one I receive $6,000 per month. What job in this country will give me $6,000? No. I have come because I want to serve my people. I want to be given an opportunity to be in charge of the affairs, to root out corruption, to make sure we gather the funds of the people for them genuinely and elevate their situation for better. Ndebama, let me say this in Manu. Ndebama kabirinte dinding, akanaka dokuole. Ala nako na ya doku animbama jamal minka naka dokuoke. Ila naka doku eka minga hanibi. Ila alhalal man falling. Ila situational man falling. Economically, money atin. We do not have conducive environment created for them by the authorities. Many alloke ka tax jo wale. Ndo lafta wale stop. Lafta nga marse kendol soro. Lafta nga lopitan kendol soro. Lafta nga sila kendol soro. Lafta nga scholarship opportunity di ndimola. Nyindal mu fendi funding ke wala meni bijang. Lafta entrepreneurship funding ke wala dadum. Do kuonto. Nse kodo gada nga kodol di funding ke wala business olke. Nanon la gadi nol to nga jiol sambaje. Nga kosto bilani near Wafroke, ila feel so naman something kama Marcelo, Istano Yamabo, I lokunke wala karo ayatara mantinya. Ndonga ni miro ni sebo, kani kula tuwaji, lakana lola kafo, jo inde manna palasi nyinda ja. Manna palasi na. So, just to conclude, if Barrow or anybody in the government wanted me to participate in building this country through an appointed position, they would have. But an interesting part of it is that if a founding member of NPP, as Ahmed Gitteh, can seek for a position through a democratic process against an individual who is unknown, who is not a member, and participated zero to the party, if that individual can be given Gitteh'S victory, any offer that is made, the hate, the plot, whatever is in the background, which is, I know, is not out of goodwill, whatever the reason is that made these people steal my victory and give it to my opponent who is not an MPP member, billahi, if they give me a job, it's going to be the same plot that they will have against me. I am in the party, and as far as we are concerned, once again, the plight of my people, the well-being of the people of West Coast is what I'm interested in. Whatever job they have, I am the winner. If two people go in for a competition, the winner goes away with the prize. If you sympathize or you like the loser, console the loser. Give the loser consolation prize. Whatever they want to give me, let them give me the city. And give me back my flag there and my position that I want. I don't think they will invite me for this one. Because they know I'm not supposed to be invited to be giving a job. I'm supposed to be giving what I work hardest to achieve. And that is victory. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Gitteh, good afternoon.
Yes.
This is Ahmed of Kumpaporo Media. It's a online platform. You see yourself as a victim of political conspiracy against the backdrop of a denied victory that you secured during NPP's first nomination. which may later have a ripple effect on your campaign as an independent. Do you see any chance of victory from the chairmanship election?
Yes. If I do not see a chance of winning, I will not participate. So yes, I've always been the choice of the people. In fact, that was why I got 31 votes. I came to this country and spent 2 weeks here. My opponent was picked and prepared. A lot of money was given to ministers, cabinet ministers, to NPP executives, and in fact to the governor of this region, and the chiefs were involved to politic for my opponent. Months, yes, he said, for months. In fact, delegates that went to vote that day were called at their various constituencies by chiefs in those regions that the president says, quote unquote, they should all vote for 𝒕𝒊𝒏𝒈. But with all that, NPP members voted for me and I won. Okay. So, I mean, that shows the overwhelming majority of the party are with me because they don't know whoever they brought. He is not a member of NPP. Everybody in NPP knew about that. So, I have a very good chance of winning. Inshallah. Yes.
I'm Joseph Mendy from 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. My question is, looking at the Brikama Area Council, as you said, it's one of the biggest. It's the biggest, let me say, but also the fact to be told, it's one of the dirtiest, councils so far. Right now, if you enter, into the garage, you think that there's no, cleaning, going on. If, in case you are, lucky to be elected as the chairman of Brikama Area Council, what are your mechanisms or what are your plans towards the management of this waste, in the council here?
Thank you. There is a wise saying that a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. And part of I have 9-point agenda. My policies and programs, I put them on the 9 categories. These will be available to journalists and to the members of the public when we are ready to hit the trade. One of them is about this garbage collection. In fact, I've already engaged people in this section, and within 100 days of my assumption of chairmanship, we're going to get these trucks and we are going to make sure that garbages are properly disposed and collected, and we are going to identify places in and around waste posts specifically for dumping garbages. And we have a long-term plan of making sure that we transform some of these rubbish into some useful recyclable material, whether fuel or other materials that the community can use. So we are already working on that, and there is already a sort of an agreement with people that would help us with a number of garbage trucks to be able to make sure our places are clean, not only in Brikama. There are places that, there has never been, collectors of rubbish. People are paying 300, some 200 every other day. There are people that are paying $1,000, I understood, every 2 weeks. And it's unfortunate. And these are some of the reasons why Gitteh wants to come in to make sure all those things, services, essential services of local government are delivered, are provided to our people. Thank you so much.
𝒂𝒊𝒗𝒊𝒏𝒈 TV, corruption is one of the obstacles that is disturbing the people of this country. If, for instance, you are elected into this office, what are some of the mechanisms that you are going to take to make sure that you curb corruption within the Brikama Area Council?
One of the problems we've discovered through our findings, because as you're aware, you have to be prepared, is that a lot of these raid collections are done by hand. Collectors go to places and collect money, give receipts. Some say they are duplicate receipts. We want to minimize physical contact with cars as much as possible. I am a technologist. I'm a software person. I've been in the West for a long time, and we're also in contact and in discussions with companies that will help us build a robust and efficient way of collecting revenue. But that's not the only way. It's a significant way of reducing corruption. But the other way to reduce corruption is to give incentives to people, train them to be efficient, but also pay them good, collect good revenue, and pay them good money. If they have good money and are sensitized and trained properly, you will not have that much of a problem. We cannot eradicate corruption. Corruption and human beings are one and the same. You cannot separate them. You know, humanity, corruption is as old as humanity. But we can reduce it to a level that is not going to affect our development. So we have a lot of plans in the pipeline that we want to introduce when we come to power. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
don't mind.
You have many guys and
sorry.
The only one.
Yeah, I'm 𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒆, member 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒇𝒐𝒓𝒏 and Home Digital FM. I would like to ask you in local language, precisely in Mandinka.
Fantastic.
Yes. Iya fo janko ila diamo la starting ko minister sotole aning sefol ya many use pour ka mol induce pour ka era opponent ning kawo winning for the second primaries ning the same ministers wolle betala cabinet ning falindiro manke a fele ngaje currently local government commissioner be kekan jamale allegation local commissioner ning ko is an witch hunt yamena ni jite fanan gagné nada the same ministers wolte the same project fanan plan for you. And the second question is even NPP le and il after kalonu NPP le yes men be benung chairman yala jang abe NPP le and patio ba bakane mune jite muneje men benunje incumbent sirfo sonko fo ayatin après ka ani membe the same political party ka challenge.
Question follow one mu ni minister mi betara je ni gagné da ni wolle betara do ko foye min ken say ite o kala kote la da ni la ko nim politiko be keri ño sabo aso mo be se ño saba ali du ño bari nim politiko banta al kabo political party ya al kabo tole nal mo hakil malti ale banko kan alkake minti wolon public servants molla do kula wala yatinna min nata parliament UDP a parliamentarian also to GDC ni nata wala na budget ol ka pasno because ibuka fo NPP la manza kundale ni sambana UDP la manza kundale ni sambana kaminje wala molla depensolo nyinti abeti ata de fama mbeti na bete ata molto aliya pass ndol fana ngani na jiki minister lu jamalu niminu dundanyo la seke political mi choice le sodo mi alon ko aninde mankini bari mbekata molle liya mini entol bebula do ko ni wali yente ta itol be do ko la mini ngani jiki ko nde problemo sodo la pour nie do ko ke molla nyaato tamu minti anina yirwa pour nga deng nga samba nan na mode mamro be kala problem ela kuma kampala yaw ay ni ga flanya
yes ni ga flanya mendi wala nyindi ko ibe NPP le the incumbent chairman
okay
abe NPP le
okay
yeah
so ning parti ola sangi lulo banda yalo election on it's periodic wato le kaso moli nyini ka nyina sinya jama am so mba ko la jam sirifo songo sangilulu le babu sangilulu aya kele aya bang na ya bang Gambia banko la luwaye Gambia dimo be sembentu ya pour e palaso ni ndol fanan la partio ko Gambia luwaya itali nyame partio la luwaye parti dimo be aya be sembentu ya pour e palaso ni mi alo ko kati fay palaso atuta parti ole buli badi la jumala itali la jumala bari kuma fo komando nyame s'il faut ayaka ndela miroto ala kato dangolo woni wo mala no dangolti bari ndenga amira te minge ani west ko sula ta minna woni sawni banko ndengole ni ndeko ta dinna de s'il faut min samara akunya wuli killing west ko sula ta wala adum de lafta kawle samana west coast wala tin ngam dum nange wala tin nan ko e palaso nyim dinna wala namba nyinin kam hamole bel hamole nyimbi ko sirfo en samba dame ani nyambe tara dame ndeko wo musawni bangol so wala nan da dum nange amanke mo kondi amanke mo jawyati bari luwaya siloya dinnale parti wala luwa sien sembentu ya wala tin namba nyinin kam bari bidunde damati ndekola mo warawula walla le palaso nyini fana ta nada tuta mo jaltema mo lu ndolle nga kadre fayo ken de gagneta do tuta do keda secondi yandela gagnew tambul ya di min bende no so ibaje la ko wemi tandi wala jita damade democracy min fo mo le dal alhamdulillah we are at this stage again we is causing call mbenyini ndilo ke kawole bulan inshallah ibadi la ni ala sonda baraka ba
nani taro ne wala ya ko fe wata political party wala ko ni kata NPP ifele inata dia kan di dunia la ko lote fo e la ta ko ni andi be ni hanen din ko kuri ke moti ni ya lo ko etandi brikama area kan sulla kiaman siro e sia kanina sai ni ke ta moti na da si wasira mo kan ite amire NPP ni bi gota je ni na ga kuri ko ni diam so ye alse ke moti ni ya lo ko sira wani ya mu rondi kam pour sira wani hani be to NPP ya ko be kala moti min be sonna wala ba
sonde nde folo mbe NPP le mambo NPP da mo ko bare molu lefta min nande gole ke kam mol lafta jidala le adu mol jeji ko sorol ko ninnata mbe kala tonya modi mbe tilin mbe do ko kel nga NPP lo wala kam ndolo NPP lo ala luwa lumiti nga tilin nga do ko ke nga yirwandiro ke bankoy ndekana won nin tol be lata wo miralon mamira songa se kew hanatu mem opposition NPP lom central government ila do ko ni oke imanya neni NPP problem so bari ni boda carte fo don ko fo ni e carte o faye pareda ibuka ke parti di kotek ika ke molla do kulanti you become government of the people and not a political party so ninte fanan nata ndekela independent day ndekela jite day mbekela mansa kundari molla nyaton kolti west coast adu luwato wo mansa kundari woni mansa kunda bañante bulo na nyobulle ye molla balwo yirwandi molla kole akuo ya bondita so ni be do ko be mbetara nyo ko non ko mubalo ni simkado munal ko mubalo ni simkado Gide yes man so ma dem yes Gide yes ila force de primary akara nyala ko ko so lem budé yes adu bara no I'm coming yes are you asking a question yes I'm asking a question there your name and your I'm Lamin Fadi 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈 yes did it ila force de primary akara nyala delegate binara was 81 delegate yes according to your agent you get 31 vote yes or you get 30 second day kate fa enata e sira siranga iko mo wala ka jida support e damata kate fa kadale but nton na radio ko second kate fa men kada akata delegate min na 68 delegate and mo be ko mi aran ko de vote for jida 22 vote ya ma le dra funto ya ma libe ko mo ko jida support mi libe ko alangata e manta ya ma mo libe ko mo ya ma 100% ra funto adera kamande because jama ko jida tara bal mo libe ko re mon funti e manta jide adama dio kala ni ku ya itandi ni sila jaman aseke o moli nyinne mira ko atata nyaawo nyaaw alin dol nga kata ba fonsa ganyen di kote maybe wala mi no mo ba ndenga min je wala nyindi ko carte fayo ni manyan kala in fact ndema wo mol bilem mol min be carte fayo kondo kam min mu referilti woli alon ne ko luwato adamadi nyanto sodole ye participate carte fayo wala kana participate ni dada carte fayo la hanni lafta carte fayo la itana fo carte buto lo ta jang ni ko man la fi nganda ke carte o inyanda bon la jelo mo la nyanto momo endela momo e boxo sambande tade boxo yenna na dalo kije yo ke fawle de yenna nyanto tale ya tinya ye luwa tinyale ye minke ya ke symbole la kadi jikira ko symbole be min ne carte fay mawol blem ya ke min kama ndangalo ngani kendolo adum be tentulo ngani nyimala be tentulo law ke bara kendola barin sonda nyina la ko hani fundiri mol min carte fay wol nada la ka fanya ko idele gagneta adun sonda la hani sama ko idele gagneta anu ni de ko ni idele ko ma ko
sorry, your name please. Media?
No, traditional.
Traditional? Can you, yes, sorry, can you excuse us?
Hello.
Yes. Are you representing the media? No, the other one.
Yes.
Which media?
Voice.
Okay.
𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. Sir Gitteh, we have seen many prominent politicians who have said a lot of beautiful statements, but at the end of their election into office, they failed the Gambia. They failed the people of the Gambia. I have two issues that are bothering the people of West Coast and the Gambia. Flood and sand mining. Sand mining is an exploitation against the inhabitants of West Coast. Most of the communities in West Coast are vulnerable, yet they are not enjoying the benefits from sand mining. If you are elected into office, Sir Gitteh, will you give a plowback to the communities who are exploited when it comes in terms of sand mining?
Thank you very much for that question. I think part of my 9-point agenda is this particular issue, environmental issue that we're talking about, and it's very key. I'm a young man, and I equally love environment, and I believe that we have to protect our environment, and we also have to benefit from whatever resources that comes out from our environment. And it's true when you go to the coastal settlements from Katong all the way to Burfoot, there has been a lot of environmental degradation through mining of either sand mine or black sand. I believe that when we come to power, when we assume office through the generous electorates of West Coast region, we are going to work with the Ministry of Environment to look at the policies surrounding these mining in coastal areas, because they are seriously disturbing even agricultural activities like horticulture, gardening around these areas. And of course, when they dig these places, the land is lost, you have a lot of water. In fact, in some communities, crocodiles have now settled in a lot of these places, and these are dangers to people that go to garden. So we believe we're going to sit with the Ministry of Environment, but we'll also involve the village development committees, BDCs in these regions, to have a thorough look at these policies and also come up with bylaws that are in line with the Constitution to help us at least, first and foremost, get back royalties that societies deserve. Katong, since I was young, Katong is one of the places that, supplied a lot of sand to communities. But Carton, what has Carton gained from that? Zero. Millions and millions of dollars. When you go to Bunju December, what have you seen in Bunju that they will be proud of, say, our land, that they got these resources from 𝒂𝒄𝒄? It's not there. And genuinely, that should not happen. And we believe, as the people of Congo especially, where most of these things are happening, we need to sit down properly, look at these things with our experts, and make sure the right thing is done. And the right thing that needs to be done, we have to have a study, a proper study with experts to see what can be done. But I really, really, really feel for our people, and I want to be a champion in the fight against exploitation of our resources.
Secondly, I want to voice. Please, just one more question, please, sir. Please. In the area of flood, I want you to clear that area because it is hampering the development of our noble people in West Coast. When it comes in times of flood, the people of West Coast, especially our dear beloved town, the camp, are exposed to flood. So I would want to know, what will your government, talking of your leadership or your office, do if you are voted into office to tackle this?
Again, key in my, or in our policy or our agenda for West Coast is a holistic study, a thorough study of not only Brikama, but many other settlements where, unfortunately, because of urbanization, rural-urban migration, a lot of people settle on waterways, and water has to move, whether you like it or not. Sometimes you are on the waterways, and problems occur. We would like to have a study again and work with engineers, soil engineers, infrastructural engineers, to help us. Of course, this has to be in collaboration with Ministry of Works, where my big brother is 𝒉𝒆𝒄𝒄. He's from West Coast, he's from Congo. We'll have to do these studies, and we'll partner local government and central government to help, build drainage systems that will help us, mitigate these flood problems. There are serious challenges. Climate change is happening, I'm sure you know. Sometimes you have, uncontrollable amount of rain. This is, part of climatic changes that we're experiencing in today's world. So we're going to have a lot of study in those areas. But then, we have a short-term plan that we are talking about. Maybe when it rains too heavily, there are trucks that, you might have to, kind of drain water and take it to wherever it is, maybe to the ozone, to go and pour it out. But we actually have a policy that we want to present and, discuss with partners and see how we can fix this problem. For the whole of West Coast again, not only Brikama. Thank you.
In addition to that, I think he will work with experts. He first talk about corruption. If you look at Senegal, we talk about golden erosion. This is our area. If you look at both the offshore and the onshore of all the beaches we are marked. If you look at Senegal, there are these granite rocks that are put on the offshore. This was a project that was taken from Senegal, but the project could not even complete because of the corruption that was involved. They would have taken almost 2 tons of igneous rock from Senegal. These people choose to bring 1/3 of the rocks, and the rest of the money they put it in their pocket. So I believe this gentleman has a lot of in store. When he bring all those things, the people of West Coast will survey. We want to thank everybody, especially the militants. We want to say on jarama, 𝒂𝒊𝒏𝒈. We want to end the press conference here. Thank you so much, and thank you, media. Thank you.